They were part of the British Pacific Fleet, the largest ever assembled. In January 1945, airstrikes were made against the Japanese-held oil refineries at Palembang. On the 29th, the final day of operations, having made the 200-mile flight from the carriers over ocean and the jungle terrain of Sumatra, the British attack planes came under heavy fire from Japanese Zero fighters and ground artillery. As planes returned to the carriers, 9 Fleet Air Arm pilots and crew, including Telegraphist air gunners MacRae and Barker, with 849 Squadron from HMS Victorious, were missing.
For a time, their fate was unknown. With the Japanese defeat, investigations began, and it was learned the 9 had been sent to Singapore to the prisoner of war camp at Changi. Missing from the released prisoners of war, it was first believed they had been shipped to Japan in March 1945, and that ship had sunk, and all were drowned. However, believing British investigators knew of rumors that the 9 had actually been executed, a Japanese general reported the story, and an order was issued for the arrest of 2 Japanese captains believed responsible for the execution of the 9. But both captains committed suicide on December 26, 1945, before they could be detained and questioned. The final fate of the 9 became known from details written down in a suicide confession of guilt.
Brought from Sumatra, they were held at Changi, with its terrible conditions and brutality of the Japanese. The news of the Japanese surrender in Singapore brought both excitement and fear, as there were rumors the Japanese, after they surrendered, would begin to kill prisoners. The following day, they took the 9 in a lorry to the beach at the northernmost end of Changi. With the clear skies above and a warm ocean breeze along the shoreline, they were told to kneel. One by one, they executed them with their Japanese swords. They dragged their bodies in a small boat and, pulling it offshore, sank it into the sea.